Now let's start our weekly chat. As usual, this is our weekly commentary on how the week was on in the markets and how you can use technical analysis to help you. We will be talking this week about Petrobras, the Brazilian petroleum company, a huge capitalization program. Last week they raised 70 billion in the market, which is the largest capitalization so far in the world. It was higher than the Nippon NTT capitalization a few years back. So let's start talking about our market. As usual, we start with the dollar US, euro US dollar, and we have been talking about that level here, and we said that the market was going to reach the target at least, and then we would make a decision on we will watch the market to see how the market behaves before making any decision to enter in the market again. So we reached that level here and moved sideways, and we broke today above those levels. That helped the market go, the stock market go up even further. And for countries that their currency is strong lately in comparison with dollar, those markets went up significantly today. And one of the examples is the Brazilian market, which went up significantly today. It was a very nice upwards movement. So at that point, what I'm doing here, usually every time that you have a breakthrough a resistance level, the market moves a little bit, then it goes back, it pulls back and tests that level before proceeding. So what I'm waiting here is for that pullback test, and that will provide a very nice entry point. So my what I know of technical analysis helped me make that decision. So how I'm going to manage that trade, that's another story, and you need to know how to control risk, how to set stops, targets, and how to manage the trade after you enter the trade. So that's how I'm doing now. Right now I'm waiting, and we'll have eventually we are going to have an opportunity next week. Let's watch the indices. So the Dow Jones is still stalled around that region here. Let's put a horizontal line to show that resistance level. So it's a former top, and we are moving sideways. One good thing is that the volume was a little bit lower today. Let's wait the market, let's say, relax and rest for a while, and to see if it is going to have enough strength, enough momentum to break above those levels. Let's take a look. Let's take a look on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has been stronger than the Dow Jones. So last week the technology companies were the best trades. Now the Nasdaq stalled also like the Dow Jones, and it's moving sideways around that level here. I'm waiting for some breakout, but some companies already broke above those levels. Let's show here an example. It's not here. Just a second. Let's open. For example, in Canada, we had Crew Energy making a very nice movement and approaching that top. So it gave a very good entry today, and my expectation is that that movement is going to continue to be upwards. Okay, just adjusting the charts here for you to see the prices. Another company that also did a very good movement, let's see if it's open already. Yes, it was this Brazilian bank. Last Wednesday it broke above resistance, and it was a very nice entry, and today it reached my first target, and now my trade management criteria tells me that from that point on my trade follows with no risk on my position. So I already took some profits from the table, and my trade proceeds with my stop management. My trade management allows me to proceed the trade with no risk at that point. Now, I will talk a little bit about oil companies, and to do this, I'll first start talking about the USO oil ETF. So, USO, because of the dollar movement, we saw USO moving even higher. However, notice here that the movement is still sideways. According to the criteria for to define if there is any tendency in the markets that we teach in our courses, we have a sideways movement on the oil right now, so at least on the oil funds in US dollars. So at that point we see a very good support level around here and a very strong resistance here, and we'll have above this another strong resistance. That will be a strong resistance region because of the moving average, the 200 period moving average here. So basically what we have, it's in the shorter term we have an upwards movement, but it's just a shorter term movement. It's not a high, the tendency is not well established as an upwards trend. So what I expect here is that we are going to reach those levels and then either pull back again to the support, or the market will rest for a while before trying to break that resistance level here. And that helped a lot the oil companies during the week. For example, Chevron, which is a rather strong oil company, moved up this week, and the biggest oil company right now, which is Exxon, also moved up yesterday. Today sort of moving sideways, not a lot of strength on Exxon today. And Petrobras, which is the company I mentioned at the beginning that was able to raise a lot of capital this week, about around $70 billion. They raised that last Friday through a public offer. So they increased company capital, and they sold $70 billion in the market. The company, it's still according to the criteria we teach for trends, to see if we have a established trend in the market or in a security. We see that the company is still moving sideways.